Dear fans, this is Thomas the Train series. Okay, so I know this was like happened. I can't remember. Guys, I can't remember when this happened, but I'm talking about my reaction on Edward and Henry and Toby being removed from the Steam team. So I'm gonna give a very I'm gonna be straight up honest, and I hope, guys, if you guys don't agree with me, then I don't know what to say, but like this is literally true facts. It's Emily's fault. Seriously, it is Emily's fault. Think of it this way: if she never took Duck's place, this would have never have happened. And yes, Duck was in the Steam team. But like in like season 5 and 6, they were like hiding that. They were hiding that from people. Cause they didn't show him in like sing-alongs, like with the other, like accidents will happen. They did like that, and then it showed just the other like 6 other characters besides Thomas. And then in like every cloud is silver line, like at the end, like every cloud is silver line to help you on your way. They didn't show Duck. And then like other like the Thomas Wonderland, they only showed like there's Thomas, Percy, James, Gordon, Henry, and look, Edward and Toby too. They didn't show Duck. So it really showed that they were, it's like, I don't know, it was like they were hiding that Duck was part of the Steam team. In like season 4, it really showed that he was part of the Steam team. If you watch Thomas and the Special Letter or Thomas Meets the Queen, because Duck was with the other 7. So yeah, it really like, and it would still make, guys, I'm gonna be straight up honest, like actual straight up honest. Ever since like Duck has been in the picture with Thomas, such as like season 3 and 4, and it started to change around 5, we would have still gotten like classic episodes. Donald and Douglas would still like be in like a lot more episodes. Oliver would get his own episodes. Terrence and Trevor and so many like other classic characters, like maybe Diesel or something like that. Or maybe they bring some like the book series character, like the railway series characters, and like not like stick with the Emily stuff. And I know I'm kind of getting off topic, but I'm just telling what I think, and I think that this is the truth. I think all this is Emily's fault. Even at like when I was little, I never liked Emily, and like I grew up with the classic series. I mostly watched that, and I grew up with George Carlin the most part. Seasons 1 through 3. I didn't know 4 existed, or 5, or 6, or 7. So yeah, seasons 1 through 3, and then like 8 through 11, I knew existed, and thankfully, I didn't really know season 12 existed, because I hate that season. One of my least favorites. So yeah, guys, I never liked Emily. I think, like, I saw a lot more than her. But, like, even as a kid, I did see that she was replacing Duck. But a few years after that, I kind of realized that, like, around the CGI series, like, King of the Railway through the Great Race, and then like other episodes, I kind of felt like she was replacing Edward and Toby a little bit and getting more attention than them. Like I kind of thought mostly she was replacing Edward mostly, and then like I did hear that Toby was already removed from the Steam team, like he retired or something. In my opinion, I think Toby's the oldest. I feel Toby and Gordon are the oldest, but, like, that's how it's going to be in the movie. I know everyone thinks, oh, Edward's the oldest, but, like, yeah, I'll explain that in a different video, or if you guys have comments about that, but, yeah. So, Yeah, I dislike that. I mean, I grew up with Edward, and Edward is like my favorite character besides Thomas. Like even as a little toddler, I could tell Thomas, Edward, and Gordon apart. I can tell Henry, Percy, and Duck apart. I can tell like other colored characters apart. And I mean that. I didn't really know Oliver existed. Like when I was little. And then when I watched Thomas in the Special Letter, a classic, I kind of saw like that. That was the first time I saw Oliver, and then I saw like Toad Stands By and stuff like that. Yeah, and like I'm just like, oh, who's this? Is this? Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, I loved Edward. Like when I got like a Tommy Edward, I was like so happy. Like I love Edward. Okay, Henry wasn't my favorite, but I still loved him, and I grew up with him, and I thought he was a good character. Um, and Toby, which is my little cousin's favorite little engine. He loves Toby. Oh man, he loves Toby, and like that's why I'm just like, oh man, Juju, you don't want to see the new show. Like it's terrible. Like because you don't get to see Toby anymore. Actually, to be honest, when the models hit, like when the models went bye bye, I kind of felt like Toby really lost attention. He really did. Yeah, and I felt really upset about that. I think that was kind of stupid that Toby lost attention, and like in the Brenner era, like you don't even like he's known as a main character, but like you don't even see him anymore. Um yeah, it's rough. I really don't like what they're doing. I and what I just see now, like all these like controlling like robotic crossing robotic bridge and all that stupid junky type of Disney Junior, Nick Jr. type of things that you could find on like other kids shows. Like they're making it like Chuggington, which everyone should know Thomas is better than Chuggington, and then they just make it like Chuggington because they're stupid, because Mattel doesn't care about kids. And what they care about is making money, so they let's do some cool things. Let's do some hot things like make them like Hot Wheels or something like that. And it was just really I just find really annoying. And yeah, I know I'm still getting off. I know. I'm sorry. I'm also explaining other things. Pretty much my reaction about like what do I feel about and I think Emily, like even Emily, Nia, and Rebecca, they all represent the stuff that like makes me despise stuff about Thomas and stuff. Like they really represent the stuff that I don't like about Thomas. And honest to God, I actually dislike Emily more than I dislike Nia and Rebecca, because Emily started this. If Emily was never in the Steam team, Edward and Henry would have never got replaced and removed, and Toby would have never gotten removed. And it's just ridiculous, and it's so stupid. And now she has the number 12, which clearly I think Diesel or another better engine, maybe like Stanley or something, I think they would deserve the number 12 than Emily. I mean, characters like Mavis or Annie and Clarabelle, I think they deserve better spot like over Emily or Rosie. I know it was like gender issues. Like I did hear that I don't know, around probably when season 7 was airing, like I heard that like Thomas and friends were going to court because they thought they were sexist or something, so they're just like, oh gosh, so we gotta find someone to yeah, Duck had the least attention in season 7, so let's replace him with Emily. And not just Duck that got replaced. Like I heard that Emily was the replacement of Duck, Donald, Douglas, and Oliver, but in my opinion, I think she's also the replacement part with like also with Terrence, because despite okay, yeah, Terrence we haven't even seen for like years, and like yeah, so like and like I'm okay, I care about people, and I really do, and I love people. It's just if they're just gonna like be annoyed that Emily's not gonna be in this movie, I'm gonna disagree. She's not worth it. She is not worth the cut, and she is not worth literally. She is not worth the dirt off my dang shoes, and she is not worth 2 quarters or anything. Literally, she's not worth any penny, and I would never even buy her for free if I had her. I would. Oh gosh, I don't know what. I don't know what. Kind of stories you want to hear. What I did to my Tommy Emily. I did. She's gone now. I destroyed her, but I did some like fake accidents and stuff with her, like a. Nothing like bad, but like, yeah, I destroyed her. I did not like Emily. She was my least favorite. She's definitely, like, and she's my least favorite character in Thomas and Friends. And then Nia and Rebecca, Bill and Ben are next on my list. And they're just like, oh, well, like, hey, like, why do you not like Emily? There's other worse characters. Like, there's Charlie, there's Dash, Bash, and Ferdinand, which Dash, Bash, and Ferdinand aren't even that bad. People need to... I know, some people even say, like, oh, people need to calm down with Nia and Rebecca and just accept the fact that, you know, like, Edward and Henry are, like, they don't want them anymore. That's, like, what parents are saying. I'm annoyed with that. Saying, like, oh, the reason why Edward and Henry got replaced because they wanted to add more girls, so they got replaced because of their gender, because they had gender issues. So maybe, let's just say, like, I don't know. But yeah, it was mostly because of gender issues, but still, it doesn't matter. I mean, literally, no one even cares about Emily. Emily's one of the, like... I don't blame people who don't like Emily. And I know every Duck fan hates Emily, like, hates her with a passion, and probably hates her, like, more than any other character. But yeah, like... There's other reasons why I don't like Emily. She's bossy, she's annoying, she gets too much attention... And she's just... I'm gonna be honest. When she, like, first appeared, like, in, like, Season 8... Well, yeah, she appeared in Season 7, but Season 7, in my opinion, it doesn't count with the classic series. One, Michael Brandon narrates it. Well, in my country, it's known as, like, the first of the new series. And then Season 6 is, like, the last of the classic series. But, yeah. So, anyways... Because also, it's, it was, like, kind of the first, I mean, around Season 6 was airing, like, a lot of Thomas DVDs were kind of, like, distributed by Hit Entertainment, but, like, and I don't have a problem with Hit Entertainment, a lot of people do, like, they have a problem with it, and, like, say, like, it's a dark time for Thomas when, what's going on right now is even darker. Like that's literally even worse, and I even find that it's even worse than the Sharon Miller era. Yeah, so I just find it stupid. Sorry about my dumb dog in the background. So yeah, guys, so those are kind of like reasons like why Emily, Nia, Rebecca, Bill and Ben. Well, I didn't really talk about Bill and Ben. I can, if you guys wanted to know about that, but I don't know. So yeah, they won't be in the movie. I don't want to waste money on them because they're not worth it. And I know Edward and Henry fans, hate Big World, Big Adventure, and they hate, Nia and Rebecca. But yeah, I mean, I care about these characters, and I love them. They're in my childhood, and Toby is Toby's another character, like, I really care about. I love Toby. I love all these characters, and I'm even still annoyed that Duck was replaced. I really thought it would make sense, and I feel like if Duck was still in the Steam team, we would have gotten more classic. We would have got more like the classic characters. We still like it. Yeah, Emily would just be like a like a little character, like a character that doesn't really appear that much, like such as maybe like how the narrow gauge engines get rolls and stuff like that, something like that, but maybe like that appears less often, like how they do with Salty, which he should get more attention. He's my favorite Diesel. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm doing. Emily, Nia, and Rebecca are not making it. Edward and Henry and Toby and Duck are getting back into the Steam team. Tidmouth Sheds is getting built bigger because we're having more of a Steam team, and it doesn't matter, guys. Just because there's only 7 berths in Tidmouth Sheds, it doesn't mean that you only have to have like 7 main characters. You can focus on other characters too. Like, seriously. My gosh, what a mess, am I right? Maybe, guys. Share your opinion. I kind of want to know what you guys think. I wish this didn't happen. I felt miserable when I heard that Edward and Henry got removed, and Toby. Well, Toby was already kicked out, and I kind of knew that from the start because, you know, obviously he wasn't appearing and all that stuff. But, well, he's still mentioned in the song, but, you know, like, they don't even mention his color in the new roll call, which I don't listen to, and I never will. I would rather, have the... No, I'm just kidding. No. I don't know. I'd rather be just miserable than hearing that song, because that song makes me miserable, but, like, yeah. Yeah, and I'm also changing the roll call, you know, they're 2, they're 4, they're 6, and 8, and I'm, it goes Thomas, James, Percy, Gordon, Emily, Henry, Edward, Toby, but I'm going Thomas, Edward, James, Henry, Gordon, Duck, Percy, Toby. Because I think it would be best that way. Yeah, that's how it's going to be in the movie, but in the hero of Sodor, and yes, we're having my little sister and my cousin Audrey are... Yeah, my little sister Riley and my cousin Audrey are singing the roll call song, and other songs such as Busy. Yeah, I'll explain that in another video, but... Yeah, guys, so that's my opinion on what I think about Edward, Henry, and Toby being removed from the Steam team, and what I think about Big World, Big Adventure. The theme song is just horrible. It's a nightmare. I hate it. It's like... They're literally making it like a stupid... Disney Channel type of Nick Jr. type of theme song, and it's just so stupid. And it just felt like Mattel doesn't care. Mattel doesn't understand Thomas and Friends. Mattel doesn't care about the Reverend Wilbert Audrey. He doesn't care about Christopher. He doesn't care about the kids. They don't care. I mean, Mattel doesn't care about money. I mean, well, they do. They don't care about how they sell toys. They don't care how they not perfect, how well Hit Entertainment sold their products. You know, like Hit Toy Company was phenomenal. They sold so many good, like they sold almost every character that's ever been made in Tomy, except Oliver. No, it was in the UK, so yeah, so Oliver still counts, never mind. In my country, he wasn't sold here, because I live in America. But yeah. Yeah, like, they made so much good stuff. They made so, like, oh my gosh, it was just wonderful. They did such wonderful jobs, and even in, like, the Fisher-Price, they made such good, they returned so many good characters, like Duck and Neville. And then, like, they just, like, oh, let's forget some of these characters, and let's just be lazy and do this. And then they make their track so cheap, and make their engine so cheap, too. It's so stupid. And they don't even paint the bumpers! Which I find also really stupid. Yeah, I don't like this, guys. I do have problem with the toys, what they're doing right now. Especially what they call it motorized. How lazy is that? Trackmaster is literally one of the most creative names I ever heard. Like, yeah, they're doing okay. Annie and Clarabelle. I never bought the the new stuff, but like I've seen like reviews on Annie and Clarabelle, like the new Annie and Clarabelle, and it's pretty cool. I like it. I just hope like they sell like I just hope they can make at least I hope they have the guts to make characters like Duck and even make some road vehicles while they're at it if they're not lazy. Like make Birdie and Terrence and Bulgy, like Terrence and Bulgy are back. So yeah, like make merchandise with these characters. Don't just it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Alright guys, sorry I made this video really long. Holy cow. Alright guys, well I love to hear you guys' opinions. I love I love to hear them. I want to know what you guys think. Like, what do you guys think about all of this? Like, I know I also mentioned other things, like, such as Duck and, but yeah, but in my full, let's just say, I really think all of this was Emily's fault. I just think, like, if it wasn't for Emily, none of this terrible stuff would have happened. And, like, that's why, like, that's why I hate Emily more than Nia and Rebecca. Alright, guys, well, I'll see you later. I will also give you guys some more, updates on the movie. I just gotta do some, like, work and stuff like that. Alright, guys, see you later. Bye.